Hey everybody, how you doing? Just walking around talking about crap music. Don't you ever wonder why rap industry today makes you wanna die? Well, you're in luck, mate, cause right now you hit bullseye. If you're looking for a rap that doesn't feel bone dry, I make all the others disqualified.
I don't use rhyme song like the Jake Paul crew. Nick Crompton's only on YouTube. Little Pump somehow exists and literally gets millions of hits.
I just had a little inside there, but hey, no one really cares. Enough with incredibly weird depression. Let's get into the disinfection.
What the heck's happened to rap today? What's nothing left to do but pray? Everyone's left to say, oh, I wish things were still like the old days. What the heck's happened to rap today? There's nothing left to do but pray. Everyone's left to say, oh, I wish things were still like the old days. But there's still no excuse for all the things.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the final match of the Cold Open Cup. Over 64 teams have fought over the span of over 2 months, and we have now arrived at the final conclusion. We have HTC versus Eswatini in this final match. My name is Dynascape, and as always, I'm joined in the commentary booth by Rhymes with Mash. Mash, how are we doing tonight?
I'm so excited. This is the culmination of this tournament, and I'm very excited to see how these players are gonna do. This is interesting warm-up.
You know, I'm kind of glad that we somehow glossed over the first 2/3 of it. For those of you that weren't here last night, did have to go through all 4 minutes of this. Thankfully, you guys only have to suffer through about a minute and a half. But regardless, both these teams are dying to be the Cold Open Cup kings and crown champions.
It's just become,
No, I just can't stand rap.
it's just become, no,
I just can't stand rap.
It's just become.
mess. No, I just can't stand rap.
It's just because.
Now, is that Hook's Eye with the co-op?
Oh my
Mod.
gosh, this it is co-op. I didn't even realize at first.
I was really confused, yeah. I was wondering why the client is being a bit buggy. I'm gonna attribute that to the song. Great job, as always, that just happened. That went kind of crazy.
We saw a very impressive showing from Eswatini yesterday. Their scores, you can see them in the match feed. I'll even drop yesterday's match link in chat if you want to see that. So HTC will have a bit of a leg up on them going into this match, knowing their scores, their in-match scores at least, whereas Eswatini is kind of going in blind. They have no idea what kind of scores Hooksai and Chocula, sorry, are going up with.
Yeah, and I think info really is key here. I think that it'll get HTC at least a bit of the way there, but really it can only bring them so far in terms of getting those first crucial points against Eswatini. if we are to talk about performances, I mean, last night, Seven Rain has been kind of killing these pools. Seem to have leveled up multiple times within the span of these 2 months, and really has just been such a star player, even considering the difficulty of this pool.
Yeah, I'm really expecting Seven Rain to keep performing with those really high scores, and then I think Hooksai will be a really formidable opponent for Seven Rain here.
Exactly. I think something that we talked about last night is that, Hook's Eye can match up to Seven Rain in terms of either Rice or LN accuracy, but the big question mark in this match, in our opinion, is probably that second man, that supporting character in either Sigerion or Kirby, and in Chakala for HTC. How well they can hold up to this pool.
Is this a normal warm-up?
Um,
I almost can't believe it. Or is this slow jam? It kind of looks like it's
yeah, I think
gonna
it's
be SV.
SV. Exactly. Getting the SV in, since there is no SV featured in these pools whatsoever, and quite surprised at Sajer's score right now. I know this is HTC's warm-up. However, Sajer did pretty well in this first half. Both of the teams trading their warm-ups in the reschedule thread that they had earlier on today. So a bit of time to practice, so I do find it quite admirable that Sajer actually did try to practice this just a bit. Yeah, I don't know how you play SV when you are a flashlight main like Chakala.
Yeah, I think you can tell who picked this one up.
If Hookside gets a FC with this accuracy, I'd be pretty impressed. That's a very nice score given what I've seen in terms of the SV gimmicks in this map.
I don't know if it's kind of a strategic move to not show your hand in warm-ups by playing SV or Steiger's map, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, not at all. Very interesting. We haven't seen many SV warm-ups throughout this tournament, so it's a nice little breath of fresh air. But with that map done, we do have the final roles of the tournament. I have to see how these teams do. Sajer rolling a 46 for eswatini.
46.
Up to bat.
Pretty average. Right, really middle of the road. Oh,
Wow.
49!
Turn that 6 upside down to 9 now. Hookside gets a 49, slightly beating out eswatini's roll. So they do get that first pick, and I kind of do think that it is a bit important.
Yeah. There's, you could argue, some benefits or even some downsides to picking first. I honestly don't think it matters a ton, but if you think it gives you an advantage, might as well.
And especially when this match really does aim to be so close. I don't think this is gonna be a sweep at all.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
no
that
way.
if I had to guess, my prediction would be something like a 6-4, 6-3 either way for either HTC or eswatini. It really just does depend on how all these players are feeling today.
Yeah. HTC beat Crocodile 6-3, while eswatini beat Crocodile 6-1. Granted, they were on different pools, so the scaling could be a little different. We'll see.
And with Hooksai opting to protect first, they are going to go for LN4. To remind everyone, that is the map that eswatini Real had banned last night in their match against Crocodile, so they probably sensed some shakiness from there. So now eswatini is going to have to choose a different LN map to ban.
Yeah,
Or
what do you
maybe
think
go
they
for
will
something
ban?
Based on the scores, okay, well, I don't even get a chance to say it. They're just gonna go for the, oh, well, that's the protect for Rice 1.
And they're banning LN2. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I suspected based on their scores.
I was gonna say
Sidra
either
didn't
LN3
look
or 2.
Yeah, Sidra didn't look super confident on that yesterday, at least compared to the other long note maps. And when he and Seven Rain are the go-tos for the long notes, I think it's really kind of a forced ban.
Yeah, Sidra getting a 978, 7 Rain getting a 970. I think we saw misses at the end from 7 Rain, which was like a really hype moment, right?
And it looks like Hooksai from HTC is going to be banning Rice 2, the speed map Huifu.
Makes sense after seeing the combined scores of Kirby and 7 Rain. I think 993 each is very scary.
They clearly did their homework.
Exactly. Hooksai calling the shots. Seems like they've been calling the right shots. So for now, we're going to have to see if LN1 is the right pick for them. Volley is up to bat here for HTC and eswatini Real.
Yeah. Again, this is a custom map, our coordination LN pick from Paturaj. Shout out Paturaj. He has done so much for this tournament.
I love Paturaj.
I love Paturaj.
Yeah, shout out to Paturaj. I'll give my big list of thank yous after this entire match is over. Bracket reset or not.
Yeah. We've got a whole shopping list of good luck, have fun in the chat. I do love good sportsmanship. Makes me happy.
Yeah, great players. I honestly, I don't think we've really had any problems in the tournament. I think everyone has really been just a joy to play with, or I guess staff their matches. And as this map starts off, Sidra, a bit of a shaky start, but that is neutralized by Chocolate having around that same accuracy. Hooksai 7 Rain cross map battle. However, Hooksai breaking the ice. That's gonna be first blood. Yeah, huge drop. Quite dirty as well. Drop from around a 99.4 down like 0.3%.
Yeah, they're recovering quickly though, but Sidra is right there next to them, and 7 Rain still holding strong at 99.5.
And 7 Rain, to remind everyone, got a 988 last run through on this. That was a 99.64 FC. They got some work to do if they want to replicate that magic. However, for now, this is just going to have to be enough. All you can really ask for at this point are double FCs from both players on eswatini Real. And all you can ask for if you are on the side of HTC is a break from either Sidra or 7 Rain.
And we have seen it before. This is the moment where 7 Rain can redeem themselves for LN2 at last match. And they hold strong, really strong team score of 1.95 million Wow, look
Wow.
at how close those 3 scores are between the Sidra, Hooksai, and Chocula.
Yeah, I think if Hooksai didn't really have that dirty drop and those were converted into 320s, that probably would have been HTC's point.
Yeah,
Just
you're right.
looking at the PA count, eswatini with 6 more greats and the 300s just around the same combined. Maybe a bit more on HTC's sides, but regardless, it would have been a very, very close map had Hooksai not had that unfortunate drop. So eswatini getting the first point and a break point at that. They're gonna strike back with an immediate Rice 3 pick. Can see how they do.
Yeah, they did really well on this map last match. This was another really strong team score where they had double 992 on this Erase 3.
So pretty scary scores. Hooksai and Chocula are gonna need to do quite well here if they want to take pretty much any Rice map from eswatini. Really that core of 7 Rain and then Sizer or Kirby to back them up has been so strong, not only on these maps and how well they've scaled, but rather just throughout the tournament.
Is it Sider coming in? Oh no, they're changing maps. They're changing pick. I was a bit confused because they did have Kirby come in on this yesterday. So it looks like they're gonna try and switch to Rise 4, which I'd say we can allow.
Yeah, I'd allow it. Hopefully that is a okay, yeah, I was gonna say hopefully it wasn't an actual seizure. That'd be very concerning.
Yeah, just client issues it looks like. Good old Osu.
So once we get this swapped over to Rice 4, that would be Supernatural, the speed-based Rice pick. It should be noted that 7 Rain did get almost a very high 993 on this. Sizer backed it up with a 973 1 miss. Hopefully double FCs can be had from the both of them this time around again if they are to take this break point. Or not this break point, but rather this second point. Okay, seems like we are just gonna go for Rice 3, however. So a bit of untreaded ground for Sizer.
Yeah, I think Sider can probably do really well on this, regardless of the unexpected team switch. This is remind me, is this the Jack-based hybrid or mixed rice that is?
Yeah, it's Jack-based mixed rice. There's a lot of transitions in and out of those kinds of patterns, so should be very wary when playing through this map.
Seven Rain holding strong, 99.77. Hooksai a little bit ahead of him, 99.87. Sider not far behind, 99.65, and Chocula at the bottom of the lobby currently at 99.2. I'm not sure if that was due to bad judgments or if ratio or what.
Yeah, I think that's just the innate ratio coming out for Chocula on this map. Just a lot of 300 drop. That UR bar is quite spread out compared to the other competitors on this map. So it seems like it is yet another cross-map battle, and while I was talking, Hooksai did take quite a bit of a hit to their accuracy, drop down all the way to a 99.7. So now that cross-map battle is working out in favor of eswatini. 7 Rain beating Hooksai, Sizer beating Chocula, only about a fourth of the map left.
Yeah, Seven Rain has pulled ahead of Hooksai by a decent margin. Cider still maintaining that mid 99, making a big difference against Chocola's lower 99, and it's a pretty easy point for Eswatini here.
Coasting by just fine. 7 Rain almost a V1 SS. Hooksai second best MA on the board, just behind 7 Rain. Again, those 200s really caught them out. It seemed like they had a very, very good ratio starting out, but as it got more physical, they just kept dropping in accuracy. So might be a bit concerning for the more physical picks. Maybe Hookside doesn't scale well into this pool. We're finally seeing some cracks in the armor here.
Quick response with Long Note 3, Chat Purdue. Like we were saying yesterday, this could be considered a custom? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a half custom. It was made again with Cold Open Cup in mind. So so shoutouts to Mint for making this, I guess, custom for us. We'll claim it as our own. Really.
Yeah, why not? This is a pretty tricky long note map. There's a lot of places where you can choke, and it's kind of deceptive in its patterning.
Exactly, this is the density pick. A lot of the long notes are mapped to third snaps, so it is also a bit unorthodox as well. You maybe might find some uncomfort and drop a lot of 300s with that switch up. But regardless, even in the density sections, there is a lot to deal with. Some rice thrown in as well, more in the back half as it gets more dense, so can find some misses there, honestly. I feel like the rice sections are kind of misbait.
Chocola with some early 200s, it looks like, dropping down to 98. Hooksai holding strong with 7 Rain again. Cider also dropping below 99.
Yeah, pretty... well, I guess not great accuracies starting off from Cider and Chocola. 7 Rain actually dropping down below Hooksai as well, taking a bit of 200s. Looks like those were early from them. So now Hooksai is at the top of the leaderboard right now, but does take a miss as I mentioned them. That is very much my bad. Sorry, Hooksai, for the curse. However, Eswatini is gonna take this lead as it stands.
Yeah, both long note picks so far have been from HTC, but Eswatini has been pretty comfortable on them both. I think we can forecast this to be a point for Eswatini as long as they can hold their FCs.
Yeah, again, the density is ramping up at this moment, so something like a couple of chain breaks from one player on the side of Eswatini would really do HTC well here. Doesn't seem like it's happening for now, but there is still a fourth of the map left.
Hooksai with the top accuracy in the lobby, well ahead of 7 Rain, who is down from their usual higher 99. It's pretty impressive that Hooksai can clean up from their miss that quickly.
Yeah, it does seem like 7 Rain isn't really at the top of their game, but it does seem like it is enough. Honestly, that lead kind of shrinked. I feel like if there are like a couple more 100 notes in the map, things might have been different, but no. Eswatini is going to take that next point, and again, it just seems like if Hooksai didn't miss, HTC would have had that point.
Yeah, for sure. It was only about 3,500 points.
And just looking at the grade counts, I mean, Eswatini with, what, 62? And Hooksai and Chocolate getting 41 total. That is like a pretty sizable difference.
Yeah. That takes eswatini up 3-0. 2 breakpoints. It's their pick. And where do you think they're gonna go? Which rice?
I think for eswatini, if Kirby's computer is fine, they're gonna hop into Rice 4.
Yeah, I think that's pretty likely. But I really would like to see Rice 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah,
I
I
think
want to
that'd be
see
really entertaining.
exactly any of those maps. For me, particularly, Rice 7 would be nice, as it is yet another custom. However, they are gonna go ahead and opt for Rice 1.
Yeah, I think Rice 7 would not be a bad pick. It looks like eswatini has the upper hand on physicality. So even if they might not be able to FC that because of the higher difficulty, I think they would be able to pull ahead due to their advantage there.
So if any eswatini teammates are listening in to the stream, I think Kirby was in earlier, pick Rice 7 so we can hear it. Thanks.
Yeah.
eswatini up 3-0, but honestly, it's been a very close 3-0. 2 of the points could have been handed over to HTC if it were not for Hook's Eye missing. So
Yeah.
if eswatini does manage to get that bracket reset, anything could happen in the second set.
I really think that HTC will take their protect. That is LN4. Not only because eswatini banned it, but because I think Hook's Eye can put up a really good score on that as long as they don't miss.
Hook's Eye saying that they are sight reading Rice 1, that's a bit concerning. However, I think that this should be fine for them. 196 jump stream slash the light hand stream. Not a lot of the tricks thrown in. There's a couple of 6 bursts, but not too many, about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I actually think this is something that Hook's Eye can do really well. They are really strong at high accuracy, and this map is OD HP 9, and something simple like jump stream, hand stream, I think they'll really be able to shine.
I think the player in question for this map is probably going to be Chocula, because this should be the first real test of strenuous activity, the first physical, I would say, map that has been played in this set. And it's not even maybe in like the top 3 physical Rice maps in this pool.
Yeah, we see Kirby dropping to an early low 99, everybody else holding up in the mid to high 99s, especially Hook's Eye. 99.85 on a map like this is pretty good.
Doing just fine on the sight read. Surprised that 7 Rain isn't in on this, honestly. They've been such a bastion for SVT, especially when it comes to Rice accuracy. I think this is the first map Rice map that we've seen Sizer and Communist Kirby on, instead of 7 Rain being the anchor.
Yeah, there's a couple of angles you could take to maybe justify their decision there. Maybe 7 Rain is running out of stamina, or maybe they're just feeling off, or maybe they've mind blocked this map or something. But with Chocula falling below a 99, the lead has swept pretty confidently to eswatini's side.
Yeah, and it really is currently off the back of Sizer, beating out Hook's Eye. Oh
what?
wow, 3 misses
Triple
in that
miss.
section. I don't blame him, that was quite tricky. However, Sizer is the only one left standing at this point in the map. That trade will favor eswatini at the moment, and there's only about a 1/6 of the map left.
Yeah, wow. I wonder what pattern tripped them up specifically. Sizer forcing his way through at 99.3. Everybody else hovering right about 99 or below.
Exactly. It's not an impressive accuracy FC by any means, but it does get the job done, which is what matters here. So Sadger and Communist Kirby steal away that 4th point, and now it is HTC's turn to pick.
This is a pretty interesting accuracy spread. I would expect this to be one of the higher scoring maps of the pool, but we're actually seeing pretty low scores
Yeah,
relatively.
same here. Honestly, I did think that this was probably going to be something that the Crazy Act players left in this tournament would have like probably 990'd or at least high 980'd without like any hesitation. But yeah, again, pretty interesting.
I think it could be some of like those 1/6 streams that might be tripping them up. Hard to say. And as I predicted, they're going for long note 4. This is their last chance out of the long note pools to get a pick on what I think might be their strongest chance.
After this pick is exhausted, we will only really have the hybrid picks left for HTC to comb through. Other than that, they'll probably have to find breakpoints somewhere in the rice pool.
Yeah, and I think we can expect to see Sidra and Seven Rain come in on this. There they are.
All players sticking to the script we actually wrote out for them. That's pretty nice.
This whole thing is scripted. He would not believe the ending.
Yeah, these guys are paid actors. We've been paying them off in Gumball since November. Kind of crazy.
Kinda crazy.
My pockets are getting kind of shallow at this point.
Sidra has never finished a play on this map, which means he has never seen the really tricky inverse section at the end. That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. That is extremely concerning because that ending section, I think, is very tricky. You got to be ready for it.
It's
And
so
is
tricky.
not.
I struggled on the replay to get a good score on that. The ending kept throwing me off. We'll see how Sidra handles it. I'm kind of excited.
Both players from eswatini under a 99 at the moment within these first 150 notes.
HTC right in lockstep with each other, 99.4. Some of these shorter LNs, however, bring Chocula down right around to eswatini's AC range as well.
About 3 more grades, 4 more grades from Sidra, so knocked down yet again to mid 98s. That lack of practice really is showing for Sidra, or I guess, you know, it's the reason why they had banned it last night versus Kokodayo. Chocula kind of right by them though, actually, so right now it's Chocula and Sidra tied up, but the lead for HTC is within hook's eye, beating out Seven Rain by about 0.3%.
Yeah, I'd say the second half is where we're really gonna see the difference made. You got these 3-lane inverses coming, and then at the end it just turns into full inverse.
Yeah, just a bit of coordination expected. Everyone handles it quite well. This is the wild card E pick, so there is a lot of different elements thrown at you in the form of noodles.
Yeah, but with eswatini, both players gaining up to 99 and Chocula remaining down at that 99.7 range, the lead is flickering, actually.
Pretty scary. We're gonna have to see how this end turns out. Will Seven Rain 2 misses? Shades of last night has cropped up just like Rice 3, had
Here
happened.
comes the hardest part.
Gonna have to see if everyone hits this.
No misses yet. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So
Oh my
HTC
gosh.
earning their first point against eswatini Real, and Seven Rain yet again collapsing in the final stages of the map. Still ends off with a 966 being both Sadger and Chocola, but really that score was very much needed in order to take the point. And again, I think it just shows how close these LN maps are between these two teams. Anyone can take it at any point, and one mistake can basically change the course of this set.
Yeah, Hooksai with a really strong score, 982 basically, only 8 200s, but his ratio was beaten out by 7 Rain. And that takes us to 4-1. Put your brooms away. This is not a sweep.
No sweep zone here. Maybe that'll instill some confidence into HTC for, if not this set, maybe next one if eswatini can get this bracket reset. But for now, eswatini is up to pick. They've still got Rice 4 in the bag. Maybe they listen to us and they want to pick Rice 7.
Mm-hmm. That's a little tip for you guys. Rice 7. Rice 7.
Rice 7. That would be a really good pick. Nope.
Oh,
Rice 4
never mind.
doesn't work. Alright. Huh.
Well, they've got a handful more maps. Maybe they'll pick one of those later races. And Hybrid 1 and Hybrid 2 are also really interesting maps. I would also like to see those. So as long as they don't pick Hybrid 3 next, I think it would be cool nonetheless.
Yeah, as long as you see K-pop LN or the custom, that'd be pretty cool, personally. But what
Yeah.
like
I really don't blame them for playing it safe. At this grand finals match, I would be picking safe too. However, these are all maps that HTC has seen their scores on. I don't know. They might want to go into the blind zone. Might be a good strategy.
Yeah, just subliminally just telling them that Rice 7, everyone might be good.
Rice 7.
Let me just repeat it again. Rice 7, Hybrid
Yeah.
1, they might be good picks. But on this map, Sun Rain getting a 993, Sadger 973, 1 miss. So there is a lot of work to be done. I do think that pretty much eswatini should have it, unless something like 1 miss comes out from both players.
Yeah. What did they get on this yesterday?
993 and 973.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little hard to say. But based on what we've seen so far, I'd say eswatini is in a good position to take this pick.
I will say though, it seems like Seven Rain hasn't really been playing up to their standards that we've seen last night. They scored quite a bit lower pretty much on every map so far. So I think there is really room for HTC to wiggle their way in, not on this set again, maybe next set.
Yeah, I think you can really see eswatini's advantage here. Oh, 7 Rain with a break. Oh, and another. Was that a keyboard issue?
I think that might be, especially on a weird break section like that. So as 7 Rain tries to get back up to the combo cap, things will slowly inch towards the side of HTC. I don't know if it is going to be enough when 7 Rain does hit combo cap. I think it'll be a different story, but for now, that bar is flickering.
Yeah, I think HTC will come out of this with a slight advantage, but we've got another chorus to go. And seeing as how they banned the speed map, I think they might not be able to come out of it with the lead at the end here, because this is a really speedy map, and Hooksai takes a break.
Pretty unfortunate, though, I think that things were actually starting to walk over towards eswatini anyways. But with this map closing off, it does seem like Sidger has picked up the ball from last time, going from a 99.41 one miss to almost a 99.7 FC. It's very, very good improvement, and pretty much is a big reason as to why they won on this map, even beating out 7 Rain in terms of PA.
Yeah, both players on eswatini better than both players on HTC. Oh, and it was a ghost tap that screwed him up.
Yeah, that is always very scary when you are ghost tapping.
That's pretty funny. Sidger's got a really good score there. Only 3 200s. Not bad ratio to boot either.
Oh, Sidger had foreseen this actually. That's kind of crazy. You know, if you did see that, you probably should have told them to not do that if you were worried. But regardless, you guys still did get that point. So now it is a match point for eswatini Real. Again, just to remind everyone, if eswatini does take this point and wins the set, there is still yet another one to be played because eswatini is coming from that loser side, meaning that there will be a bracket reset. And HTC picks up Hybrid 2 as their possibly last pick for this set.
Yeah, I actually find this kind of interesting. Yesterday, Kokodayo was in kind of a similar situation. They'd exhausted all their long note picks, and they also didn't go for the long note based hybrid, despite probably having the advantage on long note over eswatini. They went for the rice based hybrid yesterday, and here they're going for the balanced pick. Kind of interesting. I wonder if it's something about hybrid 1 that throws them off.
It's probably the K-pop debuff for something like that, honestly. I don't know, people just maybe don't feel confident on that, and I can see why. It's kind of hard to act. There's a lot of like staggered starts and then into like a quad afterwards. It's a bit awkward of a map, so I can see why people are shying away from it.
Here we go into 7, OD 7.7, HP 7.7, and a map under 2 minutes. It's a pretty techy hybrid, I'd say. Mixing these long notes and these weird time signatures. I think it's in 7.4 if I'm not wrong.
I do believe you're right. It would make sense as it's called it is called 7. Yeah, either 7.4 or 7.8. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's 7.8. But anyway.
Using all of your brain to just be like, let me listen to one bar really quick. Yeah, it's 7.8. Yeah.
Sidger and 7 Rain doing really well, but neither surmounting Hook's-Eye, who's doing super strongly up at 99.7. Chocula, however, falling below 99. Not looking great for HTC.
Hook's-Eye actually falling a bit downwards in terms of accuracy, just above 7 right now. 99.63 compared to 99.57. Everyone clearing that trill quite well. However, Chocula and Sidger's accuracies are something to leave more wanted from them. Sidger beating out Chocula just by a little bit, and that really is going a long way in terms of the score.
Yeah, I think Chocula would have to gain some more, and 7 Rain would have to drop if HTC wants to come out with this fake. Oh, and Hook's-Eye with a miss, and Chocula!
Full team reset for Team HTC in the final couple of bars from this map. That is going to seal things off, and eswatini will take the first set 6-1. So pretty dominant numbers wise, but really, again, I should remind everyone that a lot of the maps were extremely close. I mean, they could go any way, and we might have a bit closer of a match in terms of map count for the next set.
Yeah, I really think if they can kind of clean up their act on the long notes, HTC could get away with taking maybe even all three of them, and it could really change the momentum dynamic of this match.
Oh. So, winner screen for now. Again, we are just gonna take a little breaksies as we gear up for the second set.
Yeah, we'll probably be taking a quick break for both the players and the staff. We'll get back to you in about 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think 5 minutes and we'll be right back with the second set. This one is the final set played out.
Yeah, and we are just getting word that HTC will be forfeiting the bracket reset after losing that eswatini. After losing to eswatini there, Dynascape is not here right now, so it's just me and you guys. I think they are going to be showcasing the tiebreaker for you guys at least. Welcome back, Dynascape.
Hey, what's up? So I did receive news along with you that HTC unfortunately is gonna have to forfeit for the bracket reset. Am I correct?
Yeah, but I think we are gonna thankfully see a tiebreaker showcase, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, it is gonna be pretty cool to see this TV in action. It is just very, very unfortunate that HTC is unable to play this reset.
I'm glad we could see at least a match. If I'm being honest, I do think eswatini really would have taken the bracket reset. Things were only really going to go downhill for Kokodayo as they are a two-player team. Their stamina would only drain more and more.
Yeah, I think it, probably would have been, if I were to speculate, at best a 6-4 in favor of eswatini. However, I'm glad that this is gonna, end on very much a high note.
We are looking to change to the gameplay really quick.
Yeah, I think the streamer did take a bit of a break.
Yeah, they might have stepped out thinking we were actually going to have a 5-minute break.
And as we there we go. We'll switch up. Wrong screen, however. I do get to see all 5 players that did try so hard to make it this far in the tournament.
Yeah, here we are. Everybody getting the mutuals.
Gotta get the mutuals in. I mean, what more
It's a
could you
grand
ask for?
finals.
Exactly. When you
Yeah.
have such a good match and you really respect your opponent so much, it is nice to see everyone being so friendly.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I'm thankful these players are all good sports. Really makes it a nice way to end the tournament, especially with the showcase of the custom tiebreaker. You
Yeah,
want
so
to
let's.
rattle off the list?
Oh yeah. So for this custom tiebreaker, it's headed by Saimitsu. However, we did get Rule Blazing, Alex Dunk, Pataraj, and Ballistic for this map. We totally did not finish this halfway into the showcase.
Yeah, this is actually a really fun map. I've played it a handful of times. Like any good tiebreaker, it challenges all aspects of what you should be expected to be able to play in a tiebreaker. I'm looking forward to seeing what these players can get on it.
I think most people have posted their scores. I know Hooksai and I think Chakla have, at least for what they were at a couple days ago. Maybe they've done quite a bit better since then. I do see that Hooksai is using Hidden, doing really well, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm pretty surprised that they're able to swap to Hidden so effortlessly.
yeah. After playing a whole match without it.
Sajin taking that first break in the kind of bursty jacks and tech LN sprinkled in. Everyone else doing just fine. Chakla may be under a 99. Oh, there we go. Takes takes miss.
Yeah, this is the first really physical section, but it's actually just the tip of the iceberg, if you will. There's much more difficult sections to come.
I was really scared that Sonorin was gonna up and FC this map. In match, I was gonna say, like, if they got 3/4 of the way in, that I'd give him like a year of support if he manages to do it, but alas, that is over and done with.
And here's the first break section.
Hooksai is surprisingly above Sajin in terms of accuracy, non-combo, however. Pretty interesting to see that as things got more physical. Seems like Hooksai still does scale pretty well. I'm just attributing any drops to the fact that they are using Hidden, honestly.
Yeah, these Grace LNs are actually really tricky. It's pretty much full inverse Grace LN. It's kind of ridiculous.
Thankfully, the patterning or like the phrases aren't too long, really. It's just it does come in waves. But that is over and done with. We get a little nice coordination LN section yet again. Sun Rain does find a miss.
That's where
Top
Palturaj missed in the
Yeah,
showcase as well.
it is hard. It's deceptively hard.
Yeah.
But Sizer, wow, 98.64. I think one miss so far. Over 2,000 combo halfway into the map. That is pretty cool to see.
Yeah. I think after this is the like really physical rice section, if I remember right.
Yes. I think the final KI is probably harder, but yeah, there is another KI coming up.
Yeah, the final key I would say is much harder in coordination. It does mix in LNs with the physical race, but this part I'd say is more raw speed. Or at least the part that's coming up. This part is this part is not very difficult.
This part is like entry-level noodles to all these players at this point.
Yeah. Here we go into the build-up. Fun fact, this part actually used to be a lot harder.
Yeah, before it, this was Simus's part, actually,
Yeah.
I think, right? And then we got some feedback coming in. We're like,
Saying-
you know, let them die, but like, don't totally
Don't-
murder them.
Yeah. These are 180 mini jacks, and the original had much more abrasive patterning, much more demanding per hand. Now it's like a lot more focused on one hand at a time, but this part is also deceptively challenging. It's these sprinkled 180 mini jacks in the jump stream as we
Yeah,
get
at that
back into more
speed.
LM.
A lot of 200s can be thrown out when the mini jacks do come in. Hookside taking yet another break. Pretty much
Only
in terms of-
199 left on the board, and it's just barely there.
Yeah. Some more wonky LNs, and oh man, this part is really difficult. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people will find drops in the coordination with the rice mixed with the LN.
I don't think this is the final key eye though, is it? I think there's another break before the final section.
I'm gonna say there's another Ki. You guys can trust me. I'm the host of this tournament.
Yeah, we get a quick rice break. And here
Oh,
we
yeah,
go.
okay.
This part is pretty physical in itself, but the patterns are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think the jacks really turn from the mini jack sections where it's like 3-1-1 more into like 2-2-1-2, stuff like that.
Yeah, but this long note section pretty tricky as well.
And don't miss the fake out.
There's like 3 of them. Oh,
All right, that's
will
one.
someone forget?
All right.
Oh, side. Yep,
Oh man,
got someone.
we did get someone, and that's really all I could ask for in the Grand Finals TV showcase.
Yeah, another fun fact, there used to be a plan to have SV on that last note.
You were thinking about it. The only reason it didn't come into fruition was because it messed with the snapping or something like that with the last note. So we decided last minute, and by last minute I mean 26 minutes past showcase time, to leave out the SV.
Yeah. But wow. What a good grand finals match. I'm really proud of all these players.
Yeah, I'll let you do your thing first, Mash, and then I'm gonna have to go over my sappy little thank you list. Go through all that.
I'll keep it short. First off, congratulations, of course, to Eswatini. Siger, Communist Kirby, and Seven Rain are your Cold Open Cup kings. We'll have their roles in the Discord, the prizes distributed, all of that, the usual. And I have to say congratulations to HTC. That is Hooksai and Chocula for getting second place, making it all the way, triumphing over how many teams? How many signups?
Too many to count. I think 69 teams total. At least the ones that did sign up, I think the actual number that played qualifiers was something like 67 or 68. So beating a lot of players, over 200 entrants.
Yeah. They have so much to be proud of, making that winner's bracket run. And Eswatini as well, coming in at losers finals, making it all the way up to the grand finals match and ultimately triumphing. Really impressive. And of course, I can't forget Kokodayo as well in the third place. Everybody there. Great job in this tournament. And I have to thank all of the staff. I'll let you elaborate, but I want to thank especially you, Dynascape and Normalifier, for bringing this all into reality. So, thanks. It's been really fun.
Yeah. Honestly, and I guess it is my turn to go into the long monologue. Starting off like with this just very vague idea that we wanted to do a tournament that was accessible to newer players. I would say at the 10k range, I would consider it to be like a newer player. We did want it to be kind of a love letter to a separate tourney that I had previously played with, known as GS4T2.
Yeah.
We really liked the concept of it, and we thought, hey, it'd be really funny if we got some members from BSM to host a 5-digit tournament. And what better way to host a 5-digit tournament to have it hosted by 2 5 digits? So that, me and Normflyer both getting along and hosting this was just a very, very cool ride to have. So, don't forget about Normflyer. To everyone out there, Normflyer has done so much work for the tournament. I think that should be my first thank you. So thank you to Normflyer for the graphics, for setting up everything with me, just like the late night talks, everything with that. Thank you so much to him for being my co-host and really just putting in a lot of effort throughout the tournament. Next up on the list, let me pull out the notes. Next up would probably be to the pooling team, replay makers, play testers for handling things, and of course to the poolers for finding really good charts for this tournament, and of course as well the mappers finally for providing just a slew of customs. I think we've had something like an average of 2 every round, which is kind of insane to think about. So thank you to everyone in the pooling team, and of course the match staff team. So that would be the referees, the commentators, and for the streamers, just having to be available every weekend and putting in so many hours for this tournament. I cannot thank the match staff enough. They've put in so much time and effort into making sure that this is a good experience for you guys, for the 5 digits, and making sure for most people that it is a very, very good first tournament experience for everyone. So if you guys did enjoy the tournament, a lot of that is due to just every staff involved. And I think the only staff I'm really missing are the skill band consultants, which would be Patraj and How to Play LN. So thank you very, very much to both of them for providing me with a lot of data to work with. You guys don't really get to see the back end of that, but I pretty much spent the last like 2 weeks before registrations ended looking at a notepad file, just like trying to catch out scores. But regardless, thank you to both of them. So that's gonna wrap it up for BSM Cold Open Cup, I think. We hope you guys did enjoy that. Again, congratulations to the top 3 teams, eswatini, HTC, and Kokodayo. And we hope to see you guys in the tournament scene once again. Stay tuned in this Discord or other one for more BSM tournaments. We are going to have a lot more happen throughout the year. So again, watch out for that. But yeah, that's gonna be all of us from Cold Open Cup signing off. My name is Dynascape, and I'm joined by Mash.
Yeah.
Mash. And we will
thanks for tuning in, everybody.
we'll see you in the next one.